All right, morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of Market Trading. I'm your host, Tone Vays, coming to you live from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm at a really cool place. I'm gonna bring you an interview with the founders of this place, and we're gonna talk about some of the companies that basically grew up out of the place where I'm sitting in right now. You can already guess that this is CryptoWorld, uh, about to become Bitcoin world. There won't be any like they do sell a bunch of stuff, and soon it will be Bitcoin only, like it should have been from the start. And that's where this place is headed. But before that, we are going to take a look at the price of Bitcoin, but then definitely stick around. You see these bottles right here. This company is called Bearwood. We're going to talk to the founder of this company. You can see the Tone Vase tequila right here. There's only 21 bottles of this tone-based tequila, and 15 of them got sold at unconfiscatable. And I bought about 5 bottles. Already gave one as a present. You're welcome, Nico, for Nico's wedding. And we're gonna auction one off next year. And also, this incredible product right here. It's called a ZPod. There's one behind me. I will zoom out and I will show it to you guys. We're going to talk about some incredible products you might be interested in or be aware that they exist. But we're going to start off things properly with, let me change the microphone.
I always screw up my audio. How's the audio? Should have checked the audio first. Let's double check the audio. Bearwood or Barwood? Bearwood. And we're going to talk about why it's called Bearwood. All right, yeah, I've already been doing tastings all morning. I was in a meeting. I definitely a company I'm gonna want to be able to get involved in. Audio good now. Excellent. Okay, let's go to the charts. We're gonna take a look at the price, and then I'm gonna interview a few people, but you guys are gonna enjoy it very much. So definitely stick around. All right, weekly chart. We had a little bit of a break in the uptrend, which is healthy. You can see the current weekly candle is looking very strong. We are back above the 50% Fibonacci line, and I am very confident that we are heading towards that $48,000 area. On the 4-day chart, we can glance at the 4-day chart. Oh, wait, the 4-day chart. That we are going to glance at the 4-day chart because that is the allocation chart. I don't really look at the MRI on the 4-day chart, but we can certainly take a look at the trend numbers and see how close we are to that third consecutive top. Well, we are breaking it right now, but if we go up a little bit, we got 1 day and 4 hours to go. We can easily get that warning arrow back up. There must have been a warning arrow earlier today, but we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here. Let's talk about the weekly chart. The weekly chart is on the verge of giving us a golden cross. That would be very bullish. So that would be awesome. And you can see how the short term is rising very quickly. The last time the short term was this high, we were, over a year ago. We're going all the way back to July of 2022. The price is now significantly higher than that. We are working on breaking the secondary high of 46,000. That would also be absolutely sweet. Keeping an eye on your live chat, guys. Oh, my moderators are already sending me something in our Q&A group. Yeah, we can glance at the Bitcoin mining stocks. But I'm going to keep this short so I can bring you some interviews. I'll probably take a look at mining stocks next video in a little more detail. 4-day chart. It'd be nice to get to that third consecutive MRI top. The 4-day chart is keeping us 100% long in the market. And let's see where it's heading next. Until good thing I muted while I had to sneeze. Good thing the moving averages aren't crossing. Only when the moving averages cross will the 100% allocation need to be reconsidered. Tone, this looks similar to the rally at the end of 2015. Maybe. Yeah, it does. I think I've mentioned it as well. The end of 2015 rally. Yeah, it does look a lot like that. I mean, at the end of 2015, we made this monster ascending triangle and then rallied one more time right before the halving. We can go ahead and compare those. Right here, that's the end of 2015. Yeah, we got off the bottom, we made this consolidation, and now we broke out. Yeah, it has some similarities to this breakout out of $400 into $750. And then we pull back into the halving, come back, maybe touch the moving averages, and then have I would love to see 2017, 2016, and 2017 repeated. So we'll see where that's headed. Like when you zoom out, this looks great. It looks like it's a little bit ahead of itself. Looks like it needs a nice clean pullback and then a lot more upside. Can easily head that way. All right, let's look at the daily chart real quick. We had this descending triangle. This descending triangle has now been broken, completely broken. I can now delete it. We no longer have a descending triangle. Yesterday's candle completely wiped out the possibility of a descending triangle. We've now broken the prior swing high. So I am now very, very bullish for the time being. We also have a green star candle on the daily MRI. We are above the moving average. We never, well, we closed below the moving average. We've never had a full candle below the moving average. That is the 20 period daily moving average. And we are still well above the 50 period. Eventually, we will get those pullbacks, but I think that this hype over an ETF will take us higher. Nothing interesting on Bitcoin 4-hour. So we're just going to move on. Inside Tony, thanks for joining us, man. Also, thanks for coming to the conference. GBTC discount is now only 7.5%. Remember when everyone was panicking when it was down to a 50% discount? Well, those days are long gone. And probably by mid next year, I would expect us to be at 0 or even slightly positive. I personally still think the ETF will get rejected in January and the market will pull back, but we'll see. Tone, why did you mention exiting GBTC at 0 discount? Why not HODL? Because there's better opportunities with your money with Bitcoin, right? There's Bitcoin mining stocks. There's Bitcoin futures ETFs. There's going to be a Bitcoin spot ETF probably sometime later next year. I'm just saying, like, GBTC is no longer the only game in town. However, I'm happy collecting another 7.5%, but the 2% management fee is unreasonable. So the moment, like one of the reasons why I kept holding GBTC is because I wanted to get that 50% back. See, I knew that the discount was not going to last. I knew that this discount would eventually go to zero. But once the discount goes to zero, GBTC is not the optimal choice to profit from Bitcoin in the traditional markets. The real ETF's coming. There's Bitcoin mining stocks now. But GBTC used to be the only game in town. But over the last few years, things have changed. So I would probably want to get out of GBTC once I can get out at par and put that money to better use. Also, eventually the bull market's going to end. So I want to make sure I'm out of GBTC before the market turns, and then the discount goes back into major negative territory. Natural gas is turning up as expected, and oil is turning up as expected. Gold, I'm bullish on gold. You guys know that. S&P, and I'm still bullish on the S&P. There's the weekly chart. It is on an MRI warning candle. So maybe it's time to take some profit. If you were in S&P going in the fourth quarter, you made a shit ton of money. The market has gone up 15% in a matter of months, and it's time to take a profit. And enjoy the holidays without any positions on the line. Yeah, I should keep this chart up until we cross the next quarter cycle in Bitcoin. On the pi time analysis chart. I'll talk more about it in the future. And the correlation. S&P hits an MRI top. I haven't streamed in a couple of days. I didn't even realize it. Look at that. You should have got out yesterday. Yesterday was the time to exit the S&P. The MRI told you to do it. Had I seen this, I probably would have made a bigger effort to stream yesterday. Yesterday was a travel day for me. It wasn't easy getting to St. Louis from Panama. I had to take a couple of flights. And I'm not surprised. 1 to 4 candle correction, probably already over, but the MRI, very, very useful. Was looking at Triple M for somebody the other day. Can't believe how badly the company's been doing. I would not be investing in Triple M. As you guys know, Bitfarms is one of my favorite stocks. Been talking about it for over a year now. And it bottomed at like 30 cents, and it's all the way at $3 now. Doing very, very well. Okay, let's get a couple of founders here. Let's do some interviews. Let me show you guys around the place. We're going to talk about all these companies. All right, Jeff. Come on in.
Hey.
Actually, don't sit down yet. Here,
Okay.
put that on. I'm going to make the camera follow us for a bit. There we go. I'm going to zoom out so people can see your shop.
Well,
Some of you may remember Jeff from Unconfiscatable. He was there, played in our poker tournament, did a little better than me. I don't know if you want to discuss how well.
yeah, so I was lucky enough to take second place at the
Jeff finished
As a
second at the
tournament.
Unconfiscatable tournament.
I
So close to getting the watch. Man.
Yeah.
I feel bad about that. I really wanted him to get the watch.
yeah.
Uh,
I told Tones I was going to take first, but
He did.
I'll get it next year though.
He did. However, Jeff was too cheap to pay for the entry himself.
Yeah.
So he got spotted for the entry.
Yeah.
And then wifey wasn't happy with you giving up half of a nice prize.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
you were too cheap to enter yourself.
Yeah,
And you know how to play well. too.
Well, you do that enough times. So, but yeah. So one of my partners decided to stake me. He'd been asking me for a while now, and I finally gave in. And man, timing was off there. But anyways, I had a great time and looking forward to doing it again next year. I guess we're gonna have a little game tonight too, not
Yeah,
not
as you
a
guys can
tournament.
see, I'm streaming on a poker table. We're gonna have some fun and play around as well. So we are at Crypto World. I'm gonna pull up on a map where Crypto World is. Let's go to a Google map. So we're in St. Louis, and we are right here. So if you Google Crypto World in St. Louis, you will find the store right there. Oh man, we can't wait to eat some barbecue and eat some barbecue right here from this place. Heavy smoke barbecue, that's gonna be our dinner. And there's Crypto World. You can go over to their website, and it's about to become Bitcoin only.
Yes, yeah, we're excited about that. We've been open a couple years, been laying low during the bear market, but we are going to focus on Bitcoin only merchandise and services here at the store. But yeah, that's kind of the plan here. You know, we realize that there's going to be other projects that we can get involved with, but there's enough in the Bitcoin space. So we're actually working with Hodl also. He's gonna send us some gear here at the store, and so we'll carry his brand. We got this guy, no waste BTC signs. So he was at your unconfiscatable conference.
Yep.
And so kind of neat story with this guy is he's a sign maker, but all the wasted parts that he has, he turns into Bitcoin signs.
Cool.
So he sends us a bunch of his gear, working with a couple mining companies for hosting solutions. So
oh, yeah, there's miners over there on that side.
Yeah.
So we're gonna walk around.
Yeah.
While camera. Actually, I should have made a little path here, but that's okay. I can manually turn the camera. No, it's okay. This is why. So I'll manually turn the camera over to right there. There's your mining equipment
yeah, we got some.
right there. So you guys can see the store. And we can go over to this side. So really, really cool. They got an area in the back there as well. So really, really cool store. And it's doing well. You got foot traffic. You guys got an ATM machine out front.
Yep, we have a Bitcoin ATM that's open 24/7 up front, so give people 24/7 access. So yeah, we're excited about the bull run and what's to come, and we just want to prep for it. And so overall, yeah, come by and just stop in. I know when we first started the store, we had over 40 people that wanted to franchise the model, and
then the bear market.
And then the bear market hit.
Everybody disappeared.
Yeah.
I
So
was here for the grand opening.
Yeah.
It's my second time here at Crypto World. I came down. You guys convinced me to come for the grand opening. That was a lot of fun.
yeah,
I met you guys, learned about some cool products, and hey, now I'm becoming an investor.
Yep.
We'll
There
see,
you go.
investor, advisor.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about two specifically cool products.
Yeah. You want me to get
Anything
the
more
other
you want to
guys?
say before?
No,
get
I
Gary
mean,
over here?
I think that's it. So I'm you know, excited about what we're doing here. Gary and Jonas are going to talk a little bit more about ZPods and
You're
also
like an incubator as well. Anything that gets like built out of here.
Yeah.
It's like Erwin Bachman over.
I know,
right? Or like our mutual friend Doug Scribner.
Oh,
and
yes,
his
yes.
incubator house.
Yeah.
Like an incubator house.
well, you throw enough darts on the wall, one's
Yeah.
got to stick, right? So, but I got Gary coming now to talk about our ZPod project.
Gary, come on in. Have a seat. We can just zoom in on what's going on behind me, and then we're gonna talk about Bearwood. Let's see how many people we got viewing. Guys, stick around. This is gonna be great. So, right next to me is Gary. Gary, say a few words. Oh wait, hey Jeff, do you run away with the microphone?
Oh,
Jeff,
okay.
before we pick up your conversation over there, you're wearing a microphone.
You can't keep.
Yeah. You like the voice like, Dave, you only gave me 30 seconds. Yeah, so if you attach that or you can hold it, doesn't matter.
Hot mic. Put him in a hot mic.
Yeah. All right. So, Gary, say a few words about yourself. And you started a bunch of different companies. You're always like tinkering with new products.
Yeah, I lived in China for a while. and got into Bitcoin because I was upset with the banking system in 2015, and then kind of ran into Tone's show, I think 2016. We some of the old characters that were at your conference, and too bad I couldn't go. I'll meet you at the next one. So done a lot of startups, do supply chain, and then we have the ZPod in the back, which is a sensory
All right, so
environment.
the ZPod is in the back. So before we get into talking about the ZPod, I have the certificate right here. I'm gonna zoom in on this.
Oh yeah, we got that in Dubai.
Let me. Oh, you got certified in Dubai.
Yeah, the actual company stopped by to see us, and they just fell in love with what we're doing. And this company certifies the hospitality industry for.
I'm gonna have to bring that up to the
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
So you go ahead and talk.
I'll keep
I'll bring it over so people can see it. Let me
So-
know when it's in focus.
Yeah, we're in a certified autism resource. Yeah, right there.
Perfect.
Hold it up higher. Hold it up higher. There you go. So we met with the team in Dubai right before Tone had his conference there, and they really loved the ZPod and how it could help families with kids or adults that have autism or other sensory issues. They like consistency, so families are always looking for hotels to stay at when they travel that has something consistent that their child can feel comfortable with. Kids and adults with autism like to feel comfortable in a safe space. So that's what ZPods offers, is a sleep environment that it helps you calm down and safe space. It also has a lot of LED lighting, as you see the blue light on in the back, Bluetooth speakers to have meditation music or whatever type of music the parent wants to play, or the adult. And Tone was in there taking a nap earlier. And, turn on our acoustic vibration. But yeah, it closes up like that. It reduces some noise about 30% when you close the doors. So it really has performed magic to kids over these past 4 years since we've introduced it. We introduced a China model, had a lot of issues, and we took a year and a half to redesign it. And now we're making it in Minnesota, which is an amazing story. And the state of Missouri really, really is supporting us as a success story.
So what makes this like special? I mean, it's not only for autistic
Right,
kids. It's
right.
actually fun for all kids. But why would a family want to like buy one of these for their kids?
Well, if for like my son, when he was younger, he needed a safe space to keep monsters away. He's always dreaming about monsters. So when he got his ZPod, he was okay sleeping alone by himself and not in our bed. So that's one thing. A lot of kids have dreams of monsters. So this is, and then you have your neurotypical.
Like they're afraid something is under the bed,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
like something like is I come out of the closet.
that's right. That's right. So this keeps them safe. And then they, whatever color that they will fall asleep on that makes them feel comfortable and safe. Then we
Turn on the
found
LED screen on top as well. Or?
yeah, it's unplugged, so it
Oh, the one on top of that block. Okay, but you
yeah.
can see the one at the bottom there.
Yeah, you can change colors. I can
And-
jump in there if you want me to, and turn the colors.
And they easily fit like adults. Like they're pretty big.
Yeah, twin size bed.
And you can easily have like 2 kids, like a sleepover with like 2 kids crashing in there as well.
Yeah, yeah. He always has friends over.
Yep. Oh, can you open that
Yep.
the other way?
Yeah, yep.
So people can see it. And you don't have to get the double version, right?
Right,
It
we
can
sell
just
the
be one.
single,
Yeah, there's also a single.
We have insurance coverage right now, which is
Right. So that was big for you guys getting getting this
Yeah.
insurance covered. So now if you have Medicaid,
Yeah, Medicaid and other private insurances cover some, not all, but Medicaid has been a huge help for families that can't afford it. And we get stories every day. We probably get 40 stories a day, literally.
let me pull up your website.
Yeah, zpodsforsleep.com.
Yep. No, I have it. I have it queued up. It's right here. It's also in the video description, guys, for those that are interested. Certified autism resource, and but it's good for all kids.
Yeah. It was great for my son. It kept him out of the bedroom.
Yeah, if you guys end up ordering one, just let them know that you heard about it here. I don't have like an affiliate link or anything like that. I'm just helping out awesome products.
Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate all your help. And why Bitcoin for us? We have
You
Bitcoin
guys
in our,
accept Bitcoin?
we do, and we have Bitcoin in our treasuries too. So
Oh, perfect. See, guys, so they're actually going to hold on to that Bitcoin.
yes, we're holding, we're hodling.
So they're hodling the Bitcoin. So if you are going to purchase one with Bitcoin, just be aware that this company will actually hodl that Bitcoin into the future.
Appreciate it. Appreciate all your help. Especially 3 years ago, you saw us and we didn't know where we're going, what we're doing.
Yeah.
And 3 years later, you come to visit us again, and now we're,
Yeah, you were just starting out with this
Yeah.
product, and it was it's great that you guys now have certifications and even insurance approved. So that's absolutely great.
yeah, FDA registration. So that's been helpful as well. So we appreciate it. Appreciate what you do.
Awesome. All right. Well, and it's thanks for coming on the show, talking a little more about it. And yeah, guys, check it out. This is super, super cool. And you can put a TV in there as well. They can play video games.
Cameras.
Oh, we were saying earlier,
Cameras,
it's
yeah.
also you also have like a vibration,
Acoustic vibration.
acoustic vibration in the mattress for like music, and then the mattress would vibrate. You can control the strength of that vibration, and also it's good for PTSD and for soldiers as well.
Yeah,
right?
we have a deal with a Department of Defense and VA where we're starting next year, starting to pitch this acoustic vibration technology to the veterans and active duty military that may have problems or issues. I mean, there's a lot of families that have kids with sensory issues as well in the military, so we get some support as well from TRICARE, which is their insurance coverage.
All right, very, very cool.
Thanks, man.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Gary, thanks. All right, let's get Jonas over here. And we're gonna talk about one more amazing company that has its office right here as well, besides Gary, who's a local. So him and Jeff work on the ZPods. And here comes Jonas. There you go. Jonas is co-founder and CEO of Bearwood. These are the bottles that you see me holding right here. I'm gonna zoom in on this bad boy. And I'm already zoomed in, so maybe I'll walk up. I'm gonna walk up to the camera, and you're gonna tell us a little bit about it. We sold what, 15 bottles? 15 out of 21 bottles.
Yeah,
over
15
at,
out of 21.
at Unconfiscatable. You were happy not to have to bring them back.
Oh my God, so happy.
So you would have certainly sold them. Still got a few that are gonna go on for sale. How's that look on camera?
It looks okay. It's a little bit overexposed, a little bit washed out, but you get the idea.
It'll focus in. All right, there you go. But we're gonna pull up the website anyway, so
Sure.
you can see this bottle is number 15 of 21. There were 21 Tone Vays bottles made. This was the first one you ever sold.
That's correct.
Officially,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
Actually, officially, for Bitcoin or otherwise, yeah. That bottle of tequila for the conference.
Yeah, so man, I'm really excited about the future of this company. The patent was just granted. Oh man, I should look up the patent number. The patent was just I'm gonna go grab it from the back there. I was just in meetings all morning about this company. I'm super excited. Patent was granted less than a month ago.
Yeah, less than a month
So
ago.
now you can talk about it publicly, so no one else can
yeah,
jump ahead. Let me pull up your website.
sure.
And I'm gonna look up the patent number.
My website is it's
right
not
there.
bad. It's
Everything
not-
is new. This is literally
I'm
just
very new.
launching.
Yeah.
We're pre-seed round,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna try to be a final investor in the pre-seed.
Yeah, someone's gonna
you
freak out.
guys know I don't invest. All right, let me grab that patent number.
Yeah, we're very new. Like Tone said, the patent was just granted. Our website's very new. I've got plenty of updates and changes to make to it.
Can't believe no one's thought of this
I know.
earlier, except some guy in like during the prohibition in like 1920.
Yeah, late 1920s, early 1930s.
But he never patented it, right?
Oh,
He submitted, but he never patented it.
basically. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna actually Google it on a different monitor. All right, so tell us about this.
Yeah. So as we're here talking about the patents, that's really what sets us apart from everybody else. What we have is a wooden rod running through the cork, and it's actually exposed to the air at the top of the cork. So it runs all the way through. And what that means is that you're getting a genuine barrel breathing action through that piece of wood in the bottle. And so you're essentially aging the spirit while it's there in the bottle, just like it would be if it was in a barrel. There are some other companies out there that are gaining some traction, and they're pretty popular, where they have a chunk of wood in the bottle, but without that contact with the air, you're only leaching some properties out of the wood, and you're limited with the amount of impact that that piece of wood can have. And of course, if I had my whiteboard here, I'd draw that chart showing, you know, the impact over time. But our patent allows us to get away with some really incredible things. People who have tasted it are blown away by how smooth the spirits are. Neat, right? I mean, whenever I give out samples, I don't have a bunch of ice cubes or anything. I'm just pouring shots, neat, not even chilled, and it blows people away.
I gotta learn how to look up patent numbers.
Yeah, usually you can go into the database there, but I guess I've never tried to look up my own patent.
I'll look up the name of the company.
Maybe.
Would it be there? I gotta learn how to look this up. Never actually looked up the patent before.
But as far as what we're doing with the spirits, we're getting started with bourbon. I just got our first barrel of bourbon, and I've been bottling that. I think you've got one of those here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bourbon is because you got a nice price on a barrel of bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
And so you guys see the rod that's going through here. Actually, I'm gonna move the camera up.
Okay.
Let's do that. I'm gonna move the camera up so we can show it.
Yeah.
Do
So
this differently.
bourbon first. I've been experimenting. I've got lots of samples with. Oh, that looks good.
There we go. And now we can open some of these up. Well, this one is opened.
Yep, that one's opened.
So
this is the bourbon. Obviously, it's almost empty because we've been tasting out of it for a while now. But you can actually maybe on camera see the color difference even. This is the newly bottled. And
yeah, they just bottled this. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm on
maybe a
screen
month
here.
ago.
Oh, wait, they can't. There's
Oh.
almost nothing they can see. Here we go. Now they can see it.
So hopefully you can
so
see
here.
that color change maybe there in the neck.
Right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
There you go.
yeah, you can see the color change. So right here, when you open, well, there's two things involved here, right? So you can see the tab, this tab here. There's still some research and development how to make these absolutely perfect. So you can see this golden cover right here, and you can also see the circle that's underneath it. So that is the cork. That's the wood that once you peel this, allows air circulation through the cork to continue aging the spirit. So you can see it right there. So now it starts to age the spirit. So once it's bottled in here, the cork that's going inside, the wooden rod, will alter the color of the spirit inside. But as far as altering the flavor and the continued aging process, this has to be peeled. Now, once you peel it, you get your best return in the front 30 days.
Yes.
So in your the 30 days following the peel, that's when you get your best bang for the buck. And after that, another 30 days, you'll improve it maybe another 50% or so.
But the highest rate of impact, of course, comes in the very beginning, and then it starts to taper off. And the longer you store it, the more action you're going to get out of the wood. And of course, there's a limit, right? Like I wouldn't age this here in the bottle for 10 years because at that point you're getting a law of diminishing returns. My favorite was one of our first bourbons that we bottled up, and we had to age for 9 months with a heavy char stick, and it was incredible. I really wish I could have just kept a little bit of that and just never drank it again, but we were pouring samples out of it. But this is pretty darn close. This one's been in here for, I think, 2 months. And so while it's not nearly as smoky as that last one, yeah, you can age it for as long as you want, but at a certain point, you're going to have a law of diminishing returns.
All right, I'll find the link to the patent number and I'll just throw it into the video description. So for the tequila, what we did was I provided a list of my top 10 tequilas, and whichever one they were able to get, you know, wholesale and in bulk, that's the tequila that went in here. So you're not distilling your own alcohol, so you're more like a bottling company.
Right.
And with a very unique patent. And if you guys look, see it's engraved Tone Vays right there on I guess what do you call that? You don't want to call it a stick.
Well, and that's the funny thing is that actually on some of our original labels, it was written in quotations, "the stick."
The
Because
stick.
that is the very first thing that you think to call it. We call it the rod,
The
the
rod.
piece of wood.
The barrel rod.
Yeah, the
We
barrel
call it
rod.
barrel rod.
Well, so you were saying with the tequila though.
Right. So the tequila that went in here originally, because I knew very little about the product when it was proposed to me. Hey, Tone, we want to do like a limited edition Tone Vays tequila bottle. So obviously I'm like, well, if it's going to be a Tone Vays tequila bottle, the tequila inside needs to be incredible. Like I didn't know what would happen when you put the barrel rod in here. So the tequila that went in is a very high quality, one of my top 3 añejos. So it's already been aged over a year, and that particular añejo is actually aged closer to 3 years. But now that I know a lot more about the company, a lot more about the brand, the tequila that needs to go in is either a Blanco, which is a non-aged tequila, or a Reposado tequila, which is slightly aged tequila. And then you let the rod and you let this company do the rest. And the most interesting thing I tried, actually 2 incredibly interesting things. One is this is Riesling. This is a Riesling bottle of wine. This is German wine, white wine. And you guys tested this. This is a beta test market where you put a, was this infused in bourbon to begin with or no?
The
It was
rod,
just the rod.
this rod, no, it was not.
So this is a brand new rod, and you can see like the guy who owns the patent. I met him, who created the patent, and he's such a tinkerer. Like this is what he does for a living. Like apparently, like somehow he's connected to what's that show? The
Home shopping
no,
channel?
not Home Shopping Network. The what's that? The Mark Cuban guys, like the
Shark Tank?
Shark Tank.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So it's like people that like end up like going on like Shark Tank and these kinds of people, they go to him to come up with these like one-off thinker. He must have a garage with like the craziest equipment that he comes up with it. So he fused like the cork, like a wine cork, in order to age wine with a barrel rod. And then this doesn't even look like wine. Man, this tastes like bourbon. And all you do is you, again, thanks to the patent, and again, you can see it's engraved Bearwood right there. Yeah, and I saw the engraving machine that you have. Maybe we can turn the camera up a smidge.
Hopefully that will show up okay on the camera.
You guys see, yep, it's engraved right there, Bearwood. And like the one, we're not going to open the tequila. I mean, these things are, I mean, this is going to go for auction. The ones that aren't confiscatable, we're selling for like $650. And they're helping bootstrap the company. So this one will go on auction and probably sell for over $1,000. It's one of what, 4 left?
Yeah, yep, 4 left.
One of 4 left. We're going to auction one off at next year's unconfiscatable. I still have 2 and I'm gonna bring one down to Panama with me, and we'll open it for maybe the halving or some large Bitcoin price point. And yeah, keep an eye on the chat, see if there's any good questions. Hey, Patrick or any of my moderators, if there's any good questions about this, I'm finding this absolutely fascinating. But man, putting one of these rods, it's making it taste like bourbon. This rod, so there's so many directions it can go. So they are going to be making custom branded bottles. And there's always going to be I think annually, I think I'm just going to sell 210 bottles of the Tone Vays tequila every year. We will see which tequila we put inside, and we're going to come up with a nice label. So I would love to sell 210 bottles of tequila. And this wine, so these rods, they can be, pre-soaked in say bourbon, and then you put the rod in. But this was a brand new rod. And you see what it did to the color of the wine. And this wine, it still tastes like wine, but it also tastes like bourbon because bourbon gets its flavor from the wood. It's freaking incredible.
Oh, hey, Winston. Yeah, hey.
Hey, Winston.
So
Winston bought a bottle. Winston bought a bottle.
He was the first one to buy a bottle. Yep.
Yeah, Winston, the first guy to buy the bottle, like I'm saying. And the other one is the vodka bottle, man.
Yes, the vodka's incredible.
So they took a vodka. It wasn't even expensive vodka. It was like, what, a $20 bottle of vodka? Might have been a Smirnoff or a Sky. I saw the empty bottle of Sky. And they put, again, a rod, an unflavored rod. An unflavored rod through a bottle of vodka.
I can grab it really quick.
Grab that bottle. Let it age for 30 days. And you can now drink vodka like sipping. Like have you ever heard of anyone sipping on vodka? That doesn't happen. You take vodka shots or you mix your drinks with it. But just by putting it in one of these bottles, man, this turned it into a sipping vodka.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
insane, right? So that's a vodka. This was pure vodka, not even the good stuff. And again, put a rod, put it in this bottle, unseal it. I mean, you can let it sit there for like a year just for it to change color a bit. Then you unpeel it. You wait 30 to 60 days after that. And man, this becomes a sipping vodka. It's freaking, yeah. It's like half vodka, half bourbon. The camera took focus on you. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to just bring it back normally. Man, so the limits on this are amazing. So hopefully you're going to see this one day in stores. And also perhaps once it has a reputation, you reach out to the brand. You reach out to, I don't know, Macallan or something. Hey, you guys have like 40 different bottles of Macallan, different ages, different types. Do you guys want to do one of these? And then boom, the patent does the work. So this is absolutely awesome. You guys have questions? What about a whiskey decanter?
As in, if you were to pour your whiskey into a decanter and then want to use the rod in the decanter, if that's the question, it comes down to the diameter of the cork. And we have been talking about selling these cork and rod systems, if you want to call it that, separately, individually wrapped with a tapered cork so that it can adapt to different bottleneck sizes. In which case you'd be able to purchase one of these, either unflavored, flavored, different kinds of wood, different kinds of char, and then put them into, yes, your own decanters or your own favorite spirits to have that impact. So yeah, it is possible.
And what was the question earlier?
One person asked, do you store the bottles upright? Which, of course, yeah, you do, just like you would with any other bottle. But what's a unique point about that, you can't not make a barrel out of just any wood. And that's because most woods are not dense enough to actually hold a liquid, let alone a spirit. And so most barrels out there, of course, are like American oak. White American oak is one of the densest woods. But with our bottles, we don't have to worry about leaking because you're not pouring it, you're not leaving it on its side or anything like that. And so we can get really creative with the different types of woods that we can make these rods with. including maple, cherry wood, apple wood, hickory. And then, of course, there's the different levels of charring and toasting you can do to change the wood on a chemical level to bring out those different flavors. So the possibilities are really limitless, and we're going to be able to do some really interesting, never before seen things like a bourbon with a charred rum soaked rod, right? For example, or a tequila with a toasted Spanish cedar rod. And we'll be able to do some really amazing things. We're really excited.
Yeah, and the team is really good. I don't know if you have your team members on the website, but yeah, I
Not
was
yet.
just here meeting the team, but because Jonas here is going to be running it, Jonas and I have very similar political views as well. We're not going to get into it here, but let's just say we were both participants on a very sacred day in American history, and the team has a distiller, a bourbon distiller on the team. The patent holder is on the team, so the patent is going to be pretty safe in the hands of the company. Probably going to add some. The biggest challenge is going to be making sure the patent is defended. So some good lawyers are going to need to be on the team, and yeah, making sure that get all the liquor licensing and learning so much about the regulation around labeling and what is allowed to be on the label, what is not, what you can hang off the label. Can I provide more details?
What you can write on the stick and the sides.
So it's going to be very, very interesting. And yeah, if there's going to be additional rounds of investing, yeah, we'll definitely keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I wanted to come out to St. Louis, meet the team. This is going to be fun. It's going to be great. Can't wait for this thing to start hitting the shelves. I'll be bringing a few bottles of bourbon, and yeah, hopefully we get the tequila going soon. I'm definitely going to be the tequila advisor, and it really, really, really looking forward to this. It's just when I'm about to quit drinking.
I know.
You get
It's
involved.
funny.
You get involved with an alcohol-related company. But yeah, man, the vodka was
Shocking.
yeah, it was shocking. Just by putting the rod in the vodka, it suddenly tasted like a bourbon. It was man, like
Extremely
even when you
smooth.
smell it, I know you guys can't smell it, but like you smell, you don't know what you're smelling. It's like smells like vodka, it smells like alcohol. It also smells like bourbon.
Mhm. Now, I could sit here and just smell this all day. I mean, you get the smokiness of the rod with the char. And
Right,
the
he's
toast.
smelling the bourbon, and I'm smelling the vodka.
Oh, man.
And well, like it's hard to believe that's vodka.
I know. It's like you can still tell there's like a vodka essence, but it's just turned so there's such a nuance to it now. It's really something else.
Oh, and beer. This is the trickiest one. The trickiest one is putting a rod in beer, because the moment it's exposed to air, like everything starts to change. So there's definitely going to be some bottling of Bearwood rotted beer right at the source, right at the beer brewing company or at home beer, like and before you bottle it. So this one wouldn't get exposed to air. It would just absorb the wooden rod flavor into the beer.
Preferably bourbon soaked or rum soaked.
Yeah, and like these rods would probably be pre-soaked. Or you buy a pre-bourbon barrel and then you chop it up into these rods.
Yep, process it.
Process it into the rods. But yeah, I haven't tried. The beer is still a work in progress. But I can't wait to start trying some of the beer with the rods in them.
Yep. We're excited. Really excited.
All right, guys. Any questions? But yeah, I'll show the website one more time. Is there a contact us page on the website? People can come in, type in questions or suggestions.
Yeah, up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a contact and pre-order.
Yeah, the agave spirits is interesting, the legality of it, right? In order for it to be called tequila, it has to be from the Jalisco of Mexico. Right. But you can make something similar to tequila with the same plant, but not in Jalisco, Mexico, then you just can't call it tequila. You call it an agave spirit. And as long as that agave spirit is made in the same traditional way as tequila, meaning no additives and no diffuser machines, you just use a traditional brick oven and you use a Tahona wheel, that would be an agave spirit I would get behind. But it's always nice to call it a tequila. So once a good proper source of clean, additive-free tequila is within a business relationship, yep, and there would definitely be 210 bottles for sale soon, and hopefully this website would also allow you to buy it on the website. And shipping alcohol is always a little tricky and has
Go to
other
the
regulation.
Contact and pre-order section right there.
Right there.
So yeah, I've got a little pre-order page set up where I've got my first batch of bourbon. That's what we've got 100 bottles of that. That's what we've been showing off. And then the tequila is going to be the next big production run that I do. Whether it's going to be an agave spirit or a tequila that's actually from Jalisco, remains to be seen. But I'm always going to be releasing a first batch, in quotes, what I call like 100 bottles of the first batch at a lower price so that it can entice people to try it for the first time. And then below that is, of course, just the contact us page.
All right, guys, any questions? Oh, what wood do you use? And specific hardwoods, etc., that you would use. I do timber trading and sawmill work.
Timber trading. Wow. Okay. I mean, up until now, it's been 99% white American oak. But we do have plans to use Brazilian jungle wood, Spanish cedar. We are using hickory now, maple, cherry. And I mean, really, it's
Gotta look into mesquite. That's like the Mexican wood.
Yeah. There's lots of ideas, lots of opportunities.
But yeah, it's so great. Like again, the patent was granted November 28th, 2023. So this is it took what, two years to get the patent?
No, not even.
It was fairly quick, huh?
It was quick. We worked directly with the office, and they granted it pretty quick. We had to make a couple of little adjustments. We've been, Mike's been playing with the idea for a couple of years, not really pursuing any kind of intellectual property. But then once I decided we could turn this into a business, of course, he had to get that IP secured before I'd be willing to keep going with production. So,
oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. I think I found it. Let's open it up. I'll put it on the other monitor. I just want to make sure it's the right one.
Yeah.
I found a way to search an existing patent.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Boom, I'll show it to you guys. And there should be like a pictures of it and everything, right? Yeah, there it is. Michael Arthur Reed, met him today. Had a nice chat. St. Louis, flavoring, member combined with container cap. So there it is. So here it is. So simple.
Yeah.
And no one's done it. So yep, it explains basically how it will work. So cool. Never filed for a patent before.
Yeah.
And there it is. Sometimes, it's the simplicity.
Yep.
The simplicity of it is key. And
I knew I have a patent on another product that I was working on a few years ago that I actually filed myself and got, but I have no idea what the number would be.
you're gonna have to search for. I mean, there's other ways to search, right? Like keywords and location and name, right? Your name would be there.
Oh, okay.
So you probably search on your name. But yeah, let's look at the abstract. A container cap combined with a flavoring member extending downward into a container that the container cap engages. When the container cap is operatively associated with the opening of the container, a portion of the flavoring member is immense in a fluid of the container. The flavoring member provides one or more flavor elements adapted to the drawn into the fluid through capillarity. Right, but again, like one day, perhaps as an option, like you sell the kit, the rod kit, and then people could absorb. So it only takes like 24 hours for the rods to absorb another liquid. Let's say you're soak it in bourbon and then use that rod for your Blanco tequila, and then just rebottle a Blanco tequila that you like or your vodka, and you can just control the process yourself as to how you want to flavor and infuse and age your other spirits
Yep, that's exactly right.
or your wines. Someone suggesting it should be called solid wood.
Yeah, no purbo. That's funny. Yeah, it's actually it's a fun play on words. At tasting events, I can entice people to come over to my table and say, come on, I think you'll like the taste of my Bearwood.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is super cool. All right, guys.
Are you about to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Anything else to say?
Do you want to open that unconfiscatable pack that I've been saving on camera, or do you want to save that for tonight?
Oh no, let's open it, man.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Let's open it.
I
I
saved the
didn't
one.
bring any of mine. We're gonna open up an uncomplicated. I've never opened one on camera, man. So it's great we get to do it here. All right, let me reposition the camera a bit. Right there. We are gonna open. Oh yeah, with my mouse pad. Shout out to Bob Barnett of Barefoot Mining, who was also a co-founder of Gateway. I actually found one of these. Shout out to Jimmy out in the middle of Mexico where I found this. And I'm like, oh, I gotta bring it and show it to Bob.
So I was going to show everybody. I actually managed to pull. I couldn't wait. I had these packs still sealed 2 days ago, and I knew that Tone was coming into town, but I just couldn't wait. And so I pulled some. I did record it, and I'll upload it later. But this is the Ace of Spades Tone Vays of 100 card. I got number 79 there. But in case you guys didn't know, I collaborated with the Bitcoin trading card guys to design the label here. And so, of course, you've got the same tone from the card and then onto the label there. So I really love the Bitcoin trading cards project. And of course, I really wanted to pull that card for myself, and I'm glad I did. But I've got one more pack, and what I
This
need,
last pack.
yeah, what I need
Is this from the box or you still have the box?
from the box.
This is the last pack from the box.
Yeah,
He bought a whole box.
yep. I need a Scammy Award to complete out my, I guess, the set. So we'll see what we get out of this one. These are just so fun. It takes me back to being a kid when I
I
was
know.
collecting trading cards.
What were you? What trading cards were you collecting?
Primarily Pokemon.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I was
but,
more into basketball cards.
I was never into any sports cards. It was Pokemon and then Yu-Gi-Oh! And then back to Pokemon.
All right, let me see. You want to do this? Should I?
Yeah, by all means, you do it.
All right, here we go. The first card was. Oh, that's the
Cypherpunks?
Cypherpunks card.
There you go.
That's the one I'm missing. The 1 of 100 Cypherpunks card is the one that I need to complete my series.
Oh,
1
really?
set,
Oh,
yeah.
I need a Max and a Hal.
And this is
Hardware
not
wallet.
your keys. Not your keys card. I don't wanna, man. Really hope you get a good card.
I know.
Lisa Hugh.
Lisa.
One more card and then the rare card. So I don't know what the rare card's gonna be. And
Natalie.
oh, you got
All right.
Natalie.
Queen.
That's a good card though.
Mhm.
Natalie's a good card.
It is.
Natalie,
Which number did we get?
let's find out. That is 182.
182.
Natalie's 1 of 500. That's the queen in the Spade series from Ace to Joker. Nico was the Joker. So that was great. All right, you're gonna have to put
Yeah,
this in.
I gotta go get a hard case for these to go pick up some more, but
Yep. and
beautiful.
Here are the rest of the regular cards. All right,
There we go.
super cool. Oh, you got a rare card.
Yeah, yep. All right. I'll let you close it out. Get this out of the way.
All right, guys, let's get the camera back up. Boom. All right, I hope you enjoyed the little chat. And yeah, I think this is super, super cool. And I think it's gonna be a bit of a game changer in the future of
I got Natalie
payments.
Bruneau. Not nearly as much as the other one.
Someone wrote a comment, Tone, that kick site ran by Eddie at Stake is picking up steam as far as streaming. I'm not sure what you mean. These gamblings. Oh, you got the mic now. Yeah, you can easily walk away with these. Also, Paul asked a question about GBTC and the premium going into positive territory. Guys, I've been talking about this for the last few videos. Paul, if you're still watching, go back and watch my last 3 or 4 streams, and all your answers are, and you're gonna have all the answers that you need. All right, I don't really see any other questions. All right, guys, thank you all for watching. We could glance at the price one more time, but I don't think anything's changed. But it's great that I was able to find the patent. Should download this. Actually, let me not. Oh yeah, that wouldn't be on screen share anyway. Oh, I think we're not on screen share. No, we are on screen share. Are we? Yeah, we are on screen share. Oh, that was on screen share. Wasn't sure if we were or weren't on screen share. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for watching, and I will see you.